The relationship between Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai is once again in the spotlight in the Chinese entertainment world. These two young stars with extraordinary charisma have long captured the public's attention, not only because of their captivating acting talent, but also because of the chemistry that seems so real every time they're on the same stage, on the same set, or even in the same gaze. But this time, it's not a dramatic scene or movie promotion that has caused a stir. What has fans breathless is the news that Zhang Linghe has firmly set boundaries for the production staff, that Zhao Jinmai is his, and his alone. Yes, you heard that right. This issue first surfaced behind the scenes of their latest project, when several crew members witnessed an intense moment between the two. Zhang Linghe, who has always been known to be calm, quiet, and rarely shows his emotions in public, suddenly showed a very protective attitude. Everyone on set could feel his aura change, no longer gentle, but full of determination and a hint of sweet possessiveness. According to a source close to the production, it all started when Zhao Jinmai was preparing for a romantic scene with another actor. There was nothing strange about it, it was just part of the script. However, among the staff, everyone could see how Zhang Linghe's gaze changed when the director gave directions. He stood not far from the monitor, his eyes following Zhao Jinmai's every move. And when one of the crew jokingly remarked that Jinmai looked too compatible with her co-star, Zhang Linghe immediately turned his head, with a sharp gaze that was enough to freeze the atmosphere around him. "Don't get too close," he said slowly, but the tone of his voice carried an undeniable firmness. Everyone fell silent. No one dared to reply. And from the look on his face, one thing was clear: Zhao Jinmai was not just a coworker to him. Fans who had been following their interactions knew very well Zhang Linghe was not good at hiding his feelings. His gaze towards Zhao Jinmai was always different. There was tenderness, there was pride, but there was also something deeper. A feeling that only appears when someone is truly in love. During the promotion of their previous drama, every time Zhao Jinmai spoke, Zhang Linghe would look at him with a small, indescribable smile. It wasn't a polite smile like between ordinary coworkers, but a warm smile full of attention. Even in group interviews, she would always unconsciously lean her body towards Zhao Jinmai, body language that showed a very strong emotional connection. And now, that behind-the-scenes moment seemed to be further proof that Zhang Linghe no longer wanted to pretend. She wanted everyone to know, even the staff, that Zhao Jinmai had a special place in her heart. A few days after the incident, rumors circulated that Zhang Linghe had spoken directly with the production management team. In a polite but firm tone, he conveyed that anyone working with Jinmai must treat him with respect and ensure his comfort on set. "He's a gentle person. Don't make him feel uncomfortable," he said. Many considered the statement to be nothing more than a senior colleague showing concern for a coworker. But for those who were there, his tone of voice, his expression, and the way he protected Zhao Jinmai spoke of more than just professionalism. It was love hidden behind simple words. After the incident, their interactions in front of the camera became a hot topic among fans. Zhang Linghe seemed to be more open in showing his concern. He no longer tried to hold back like he used to. When Zhao Jinmai laughed, he smiled too. When Jinmai was tired, he immediately offered her water and made sure she rested. Some staff even captured a small moment where Zhang Linghe stood near Zhao Jinmai during a break in filming, giving her his jacket because the night air felt cold. His protective manner truly melted the hearts of everyone who saw it. Fans immediately went wild on social media. The hashtags Zhang Linghe protects Zhao Jinmai and #LingMyMoments trended on Weibo for hours. Many commented that the love between them was too real to hide. Interestingly, Zhao Jinmai never seemed to reject or distance herself. On the contrary, she appeared comfortable and calm around Zhang Linghe. In one interview, When asked who made her feel the most secure on set, Jinmai smiled faintly and replied, "The person who always pays attention to details, but doesn't talk much." And all the fans immediately knew who she was referring to. Every time Zhang Linghe spoke, Jinmai always looked at him with respect and warmth. They understood each other, even without words. There was a connection that could only be understood by two hearts that knew each other more deeply than just work friends. As these rumors spread, many thought Zhang Linghe would deny them. Surprisingly, however, he chose to remain silent. No clarification, no denial. His silence only fueled the speculation. In the world of celebrities, sometimes silence speaks louder than words, and Zhang Linghe's silence felt like a subtle acknowledgement of his sincere feelings. Some fans even described them as a modern version of secret love behind the scenes, a love full of respect, but also full of intensity. They are not a couple who flaunt their relationship, but they are even more captivating because of the way they protect each other quietly. There is something very beautiful about a relationship like this. Two people who don't need to say much to understand each other. They don't need to hold hands in public, because their gaze says it all. Zhang Linghe shows his love through protection, through firmness, through the way he makes sure Zhao Jinmai always feels safe. Meanwhile, Zhao Jinmai reciprocates through calmness, through complete trust, and through the gentle smile she reserves only for him. The line that went viral came from a leaked conversation among the crew, which mentioned that Zhang Linghe had said in a joking but serious tone, "Don't bother him for too long. Zhao Jinmai is mine." Suddenly, the entire fandom exploded. Fans wrote thousands of comments on the forum. "The most romantic line of the year? If that's not love, I don't know what is." Linghe is truly the type of protective boyfriend goals. Although there is no strong evidence that the line was actually said, with all his recent behavior, the public finds it easy to believe. Zhang Linghe isn't the type of man who opens up easily, but when he loves someone, he loves with his whole being. For fans, this is more than just gossip. They are witnessing how Zhang Linghe, who is usually in control, now dares to express his love. He doesn't care about rumors. He's not afraid of speculation. For him, what matters is making sure that Zhao Jinmai knows that amid the hustle and bustle of the entertainment world, there is one person who is always by his side. And perhaps this is what makes their relationship feel so real. Not because of public acknowledgement, but because of the small consistency that continues to be seen behind the scenes. Now, fans are no longer just speculating. They are convinced that behind all the camera flashes, there is a love story slowly but surely blossoming between these two young stars. A love that is not forced, not fabricated, but arises from deep admiration and respect. Zhang Linghe may never have said, "I love you" on camera, but his every action is enough to show that Zhao Jinmai is someone he values above all else. And when he asserted to the staff that Zhao Jinmai was only his, perhaps those weren't just words of ownership, but a form of love that wanted to protect, guard, and ensure that the woman he loved would never be hurt. In the end, true love is not always announced. Sometimes, it can be seen in the way someone takes care of another without saying much. And that is what we see in Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai, two hearts that have found each other, understand each other, and, without realizing it, belong to each other. Because when Zhang Linghe firmly stated that Zhao Jinmai was only his, perhaps what he truly meant was, "She is the only one who can make me brave enough to love in a world that never stops watching."